So it's 5 degrees this morning, winter's definitely on its way, and it's mushroom season at the moment, so I wanted to talk about why you shouldn't be reaching for that macro lens when you're out shooting mushrooms. But first, now I always oversell the B-roll. I always say roll that epic B-roll, so I don't want to oversell it. It's not epic B-roll, it's just kind of like a, you know, mediocre, so I don't want to oversell it, so I'm going to change the way I say it. So roll that walking away from camera, walking to camera, walking through gates, opening latches, pulling up at a scene, getting out of the car, getting your bag, establishing shots to show the viewer where we are. B-roll. It's not the same, is it? Roll that epic B-roll.
Summer is ended, the leaves are turning brown. Red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon. The light that flickers will blow away.
There's a little stick there. I don't know who put this little stick here. It was almost like somebody put it there so I didn't lose my spot when I was doing my B-roll. It's convenient. Anyway, I want to talk about wide angle lens versus macro lens, the difference between the two. So it's a common misconception, and this is what I want to break that idea that you need a macro lens to go out and shoot mushroom photography, and you don't. You don't need a macro lens. You can use any lens at all and still get really good, incredible, in fact, shots with a wide angle lens or a 50mm or whatever lens you have to hand. You don't need that macro, and I'll show you the difference between the two. And don't get me wrong, you can get some incredible shots with a macro lens. I mean, obviously the varying sizes of mushrooms have different uses for different lenses, so the macro lens will become really useful with a really freshly sprouted mushroom. But I just want to get that mindset out of there, that don't fall for that trap of I only need a macro, so I haven't got a macro, so I'm not going to go out shooting. So when you're choosing which lens you want to use, macro or wide angle, the first thing I would think about is depth of field. So with a macro lens, your depth of field is so shallow, and if you want the whole mushroom in focus, you're going to need to stack those images. Unless you've got a mirrorless cameras that can do stacking in camera, they can take multiple shots at different focal lengths really quickly. I don't have one of those fancy ones, but yeah, if you've got one of those, it's probably not too bad. But with a wide angle, you can pretty much get the whole of the mushroom in focus. Right, so I'm just going to interrupt this video here because I don't actually have the middle section, because when I filmed this back in September, October, it was beginning of autumn, mushroom season, I got back, started editing it together, and I realised that I didn't have the middle, and I checked the memory card and it was on there, but it was corrupt. So unfortunately, it's all unusable. I've got the end, which you'll see in a bit, but I don't have the middle, and I've been so busy lately. I've just done some teacher training because I'm going to deliver some photography courses in my local area, so I've been doing that, and that's kept me, I've been ridiculously busy doing all that stuff. And going back to college, it's like, you know, learning, teaching, and all the different things that go along with that. It's not something I would have thought I'd be doing, so trying to get back into that mindset, it's been quite a hectic few months. So this video will go out, it's a bit of a partial video, but I just wanted to put something out there. But the middle bit of this section would have been me showing you some macro and some wide angle shots of mushrooms. So before I go back to the field and end the video, I'm going to put some pictures up that just emphasize what I'm talking about, that you don't need a macro lens to take mushroom photos. So I'm going to put a few images up that are a variety of images, that some we've taken with a 100mm macro lens and some taken with a wide angle lens. So I hope you enjoy that, and back to me in the field. So to sum up, the wide angle lens is going to be great for getting those wide shots with extra detail in the surrounding areas, including the mushroom. If you wanted maybe 1 or 2 mushrooms, or you want to include some of the detail from the ground or the forest, then wide angle lens is great for that. Macro lens, on the other hand, is great for capturing close-up detail, beautiful crisp textures, and all that detail in the mushroom, isolating the subject. So those are your 2 main ones, but ultimately the best lens to shoot mushrooms with is the lens you have on you. Like when I went out, I'll pop a playlist up here, I went out and got the Flyer Garrick. I think I only had the 200mm lens on me at the time. I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember now, it was 2 years ago. But I shot it with a 200mm at least. So you can get mushroom shots with any lens that you have on you, and it's just down to your creativity as what you do with that lens. So that's it, that's this video done. I hope you enjoyed the video and the content. I hope you enjoyed the images. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.